Greetings, people of the internet. This is Scott with CircWorks. This is 100 Days of Making Comics, the show where I put aside some time in my busy schedule to work on my own personal comic book projects. Today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to try to kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. And usually in the morning I get up and I'll go jogging. And I thought I'd just take this camera with me and talk to you guys while I'm doing that. I'm not actually going to jog today because that would get a little too bumpy. So I got my dog with me. I'm taking my dog for a walk. Hey, Bonzer, this is my dog Bonzer. Say hi, Bonzer. He's a mangy mutt. All right. So anyway, so this will be a little shakier, and I'm kind of looking at the camera, not exactly where I'm going, and I'll probably have to take a few stops along the way as he does his business, but I won't film any of that, so you can thank me for that. So one of the things, so usually when I do go jogging or walking the dog or whatever, it's a good time for me to kind of think about my comic and things like that, and I'll try to take you into my mind, if that makes sense, kind of how that happens. And it's usually just a bunch of random thoughts, so this will be another one of those episodes that probably doesn't make a whole, well, hopefully it'll make some sense, but it'll be all over the place. So I am thinking about today, I've been thinking about just what am I going to do when I get this comic book done, or at a point where I really want to start marketing it. And maybe that's, I was going to say maybe that's premature at the point where I'm at right now, but not really, because that's something you constantly want to be thinking about. So these YouTube videos, that's kind of part of it. I'm trying to build an audience and hopefully get some people who are interested in the book, and once they kind of see the process, maybe they'll hold on a second. Okay. Sorry about that. I was just coming up on somebody else with the dog, and I didn't want my dog to get in a argument with him or the other dog. So where was I? So I've been thinking about social media and how best to utilize that, and somebody that and I always try to look at people outside of comics and see what they're doing. Before I was talking about the Louis show and some of the stuff that he was doing, and how we can kind of relate that to comic books. One of the things that I think is really somebody who's really taken advantage of social media and knows how to do it right is Weird Al Yankovic. And if you're watching these videos kind of as they're happening right now, oh, we got another dog here. Hold on. Okay, this video is going to be really choppy, so I'm going to have to edit this one big time. All right, so I was talking about, of all things, Weird Al Yankovic, and what he's doing right now is he just put out a new album, and he's releasing like one video a day, and they're really nice, really the production value is great and everything, and he's putting out one every day just to kind of promote his new album. And I've been a fan for a long time, and he's always kind of had his finger on the pulse of what's going on. He's able to adapt to, the changes in music. I mean, a lot of the people that he parodies, and that's not all he does. If you've only heard his parody stuff, you really need to listen to some of his original music, because it's, in my opinion, better than the parody stuff. But he's a lot of the people that he parodies, they've kind of come and gone, where he's been able to stay relevant. So, and that's because he's able to change, with the times, and he's able to. At one time he was big when MTV was really big, and now they don't really play videos anymore, and so he's kind of taken to YouTube, and that's an excellent platform for him. So yeah, so I just really look at him, and I think Hopefully that's not too loud. I think he's doing some interesting stuff, and yeah, I'm always impressed with that. And I don't know how that relates exactly to the comic books. It seems like I said, he's able to adapt to the changes in music and things, where I think the last album he put out, when I listened to it, I didn't know any of the I'm about to go through a tunnel, so it might get a little dark here. I didn't really know any of the and a little bit echoey. Wow, this is going to be a weird episode. Hold on. So, where was I? Yeah, I wasn't even familiar with any of the actual songs that he was parroting from the, not this album, but the one before. For whatever reason, I think it's because now my daughter's getting into music, so this new album, I'm a little more familiar with that music. But yeah, he seems to know what's on the forefront of popular culture, and so he's also always, you know, changing, but in a lot of ways he knows how to stick to things that work. Like if you look at his albums, they've all, and this goes back to formatting, which we've talked before, they all kind of have a similar format. Each album he has like about 5 different parody songs, probably about 5 original songs, and he's got one that's kind of a polka medley that he does just on just covering popular songs as polkas. And hold on, sorry about that. There's a lot of people in the park today, and it's kind of I'm still not too comfortable like walking around with my camera filming myself around people. Seems a little weird. Hold on. Hey. So yeah, I bet you didn't think that I was going to be talking about Weird Al so much when I turned on this, when you tuned into this YouTube channel. So anyway, I think he's doing some cool stuff with social media, and that's something I really need to improve on. So I'm always looking at other people that are doing interesting stuff that way, because my biggest problem is when I start, come on, hey, God damn it. Yeah, sorry. This thing is going to be so choppy. So my biggest problem is I get really involved. Come on, I really get involved with my work, and I don't take the time to just get out there and say hi to people on different, you know, whether it's Facebook or G+ or Twitter or whatever. And that's something I really need to do. I need to, you know, get out of that habit and interact with people a little more. So that's kind of what part of these videos are. Again, just thinking about promotion and how to do this, and when I eventually what I want to do is I'm going to sit down for a second so it'll be a little easier to talk. Stay. Hey. Yeah, I want to start running my comic book as a web comic. I want to start releasing pages, like probably 1 page a week. I don't know if that's the best way to do for like a serialized story. But yeah, I don't think it can hurt. I've thought about talking to some of the local comic book retailers and getting some of my individual books in there. The problem is right now I'm just doing everything that I do as far as the printing is print on demand, and it's not really cost effective to at least make a profit of books like that, because you have to, I mean, I get the books printed for a little over a couple bucks. I end up selling them for $4, so that's not bad. But then when you get in the store, the you know, the retailer has to make a little money off that too. But then again, I mean, if I'm thinking about putting those comic books on the web for free, it's really just a matter of getting people familiar with the materials. So even if I put some of my books in the stores, the books that I have now, and this is all before I get, you know, complete the whole thing and get a trade and then get it offset printed, and it'll be a little more marketable, I think. But even if I'm just making a little bit of money, because I'm not in this to make money, or I'd be doing something different, to be perfectly honest. So, but just maybe get some of those books in the hands of people. I think that's something that I should look into as well. But back to the web comic. That's something that I really should have been doing before, but damn, there's a lot of flies and stuff out today. But I wanted to build up, I've got 2 issues done, so you know, a page a day. Each one's 22 pages, so you know that'll kind of give you an idea how long I can go before I run out of pages. So I'd kind of like to get a little further along in this third issue before I get that done. And at the end of each one of these videos, you'll see a link that says youngandthedead.com. That's going to be where my webcomic will reside when I start running it as a webcomic. Right now, it just takes you to my CircWorks homepage. And if any of you guys are curious what I do besides comics, check that out. I do a lot of retro future sci-fi, like robots and zombies and all kinds of cool, kind of crazy mad scientist themed type prints, and I got buttons and trading cards and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. So you might, if you're interested, you can check that out. But yeah, and then I do, of course, client work and everything like that. So anyway, this is what it's like when I'm out walking around. On my jogging, I just thoughts bounce around through my head. So so whether that's entertaining or informative, that's up to you guys. I don't know if I'll do this again because my dog is just, you know, he keeps stopping everywhere, and I keep having to cut off the camera, and he keeps barking at other dogs, and a lot of people out today. So yeah, I thought I'd do this so I could save some time, because I was gonna play hooky today and take my kids to the water park, but it's kind of, if you see, it's kind of cloudy today, so I don't know if I'll do that. But anyway, I'm just walking back to my house now. So yeah, this was definitely an experiment, and then I've got to piece all these little little videos together into some kind of, I don't want to even say cohesive, because this thing is definitely not cohesive, but piece it together in some sort of crazy Frankenstein type experiment, which is what this thing's all about. So I appreciate everyone that's following me. Check out all the other people doing this 100 days challenge. Think about doing it yourself if you're a creator. It's really, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm going back through this tunnel, sorry, and there's like water all over the place. So I'm getting a little wet, but yeah, I think that's about it. That's about it for today. I appreciate you guys hanging with me through this kind of crazy episode. I'll probably be back to normal in my studio tomorrow, and you know, you want to try different things out. So see you guys tomorrow. That's all. That is all.